This video features the use of dangerous tools, hazardous chemicals and sharp knives. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, I'm so bored.
Cheer up, Percy. The Fat Controller says we've got to be here again tomorrow. We've just got to make the best of a bad situation.
Oh, I'll try.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Percy, Percy, green and small, he's no use to us at all. Around the yards he'll huff and blow, but on the hills he's oh so slow.
Ah, be quiet.
Oh, that was so good.
What's the matter, Percy? Nothing exciting ever happens. That's what's the matter. It's just coal, 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 and trucks, trucks, trucks. Excitement is surprising. You never know when it'll happen. Otherwise, it wouldn't be exciting. Doodle beep. It would be surprising if something surprising happened.
Oh, look who it is. Oh, we want another engine.
You are far too slow.
Be quiet.
Too slow. Here all night, tomorrow too. Hold back, hold back.
Oh no!
Surprise, surprise. Catch us if you can.
Got to catch them, got to catch them.
Quick, stop all trains. We have to stop the trucks on the hill. Right.
Come on then, the chase is on.
Quick, put the wood down. Oh, phew, we've done it. Good thinking. Great job, Bertie.
Well, what did you think of that, Percy? A good chase is always exciting. It was certainly a surprise. Thank you for your help, Bertie. A really useful engine should never be surprised by surprise.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that little recreation of a surprise for Percy. It feels so good to be properly filming again, and don't worry, there is plenty more on the way. So let's talk about how I built the set. I kick things off with the hill, since that's the key part of the episode. I made it using 2 thin sheets of MDF, with one of them stacked on top of an old box to give it a bit of height. Yes, it's probably too high, but it makes the visuals more interesting, right? I screwed the incline board down about 5 to 10 centimetres in from the edge to create a gentle slope, which helps it look a little bit more natural. Next up was the track. I laid down the flexi track and pinned it in place. With that done, the hill was really starting to come together. Then I moved on to the little village at the base of the hill, where Bertie would meet Percy. I played around with the building placement until it looked just right. I then added some walls, some line-side details, and started putting down a few of the grass mats. Once that was in place, I ballasted the track from the village all the way to the hill. I then started adding the scenic elements, bushes, scatter, that kind of thing. For the village area, the bare wood as the road just wasn't going to cut it. Eventually, I want to make some modular road pieces that I can just drop in, but for now, I kept it simple and I painted the visible area grey. I also sprinkled in a bit of sand for texture. After that, it was full steam ahead on the rest of the scenery. And finally, the set was ready to film. Now, fun fact, Percy actually can't make it up that hill. It's too steep for him. so I ended up using fishing wire to pull him and the trucks up. I then edited it out in post. Movie magic. And there you have it, a surprise for Percy. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't seen it yet, stick around, because up next is how I made Percy the Small Engine. Percy has two models released in 00 scale, Hornby and Bachmann. The Hornby Percy was actually the first model locomotive I ever owned, a gift for my birthday or Christmas many years ago. I still have him to this day, and was using him in videos not that long ago. He doesn't run like he used to, probably tired out from all those races back in the day. A few years ago, I acquired the Bachmann Percy. He's always been a bit temperamental, but when he does run, he runs very smoothly. Recently, I decided it was time to update my models with 3D printed shells. The Percy shell was designed by Noah, the LBSC Thomas, and the faces were created by Andrew, the Chairlord. The 3D printing went through the usual process. Primed, sanded, filled, primed, sanded, filled. You know the drill. For Oliver and Duck, I used Humbrol Lime Green, which is quite a light shade. Since I opted for a darker shade on Thomas, I decided to go with the darker green for Percy as well. I used Plasticoat Garden Green. The wheels were masked and painted, as was the shell. The running board was primed and painted red. Percy was starting to take shape. Next, I worked on the chassis. I needed to modify it quite heavily to fit the 3D printed shell. The original Bachmann Percy chassis is quite chunky and needed to be cut down. The pickups also needed to be moved from the running board to the chassis block. I'd actually made similar modifications when working on my not so amazing lady model years ago, so I was ready to give it another shot. It looks a bit messy, but I wanted to retain as much of the original plastic as possible to keep the chassis block secure. I painted the bunker black and the dome gold. For the lining and the number 6 on its side, I used vinyl. The smoke box was split in half to make way for the smoke unit, then glued back together and painted black. I added buffers by James Tranos, screw links by Hornby, and lamp irons, which are pins, to the running board. After rewiring Percy with his DCC decoder, I ran a quick test in my messy work area and was pleased to see that he was working great. I decided to use the original Bachmann Percy cab roof to help conceal the internal wiring. Finally, the buffers were painted and I lightly weathered him with black Humbrol weathering powder. He was ready for filming.